Greetings my friends, Jason Archer here with a quick WordPress tutorial. This one is courtesy of John. John is concerned about how to embed a YouTube video within his WordPress blog. So, the good news, John, is it's easier than you probably imagine. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to walk you through the process. And as you can see here, I've already found the video that John wants to embed, and I'm already logged into the WordPress back office. So because he wants to add this to a post, I'm just going to click on my posts here, and then I'm going to click on add new. And basically all I'm going to do is just create a test post for now. I'm just going to call it test video. And then what I'm going to do is I want to point out that within this WordPress editor here, you've got two tabs. You've got a visual tab and you've got an HTML tab. Okay, a visual tab and an HTML tab. So when I'm embedding video, I like to use the HTML tab, because it gives me the ability to copy directly from YouTube. So if I bring up the video that John wants to embed here and I play it, or actually replay it, I'll start it at the beginning. You'll notice that if I right click on the video, again, a right mouse click gives me the ability to copy the embed HTML. So I'm just going to click that, okay? And then I'm going to come back to my WordPress post, and I'm going to make sure that I'm on the HTML tab, not the visual tab. Again, the HTML tab, not the visual tab. So I'm going to click on HTML, and then I'm just going to Control V or paste the code into the post, okay? And now at this point I'm just going to save the draft, and then I am going to preview the post just to make sure that it did in fact show up. Let's see here if we can bring that into screen. Okay, and so you can see here that it is in fact embedded. Alright, and there's a bit of an overhang here. Looks like the video itself is wider. Sorry about that. It looks like the video itself is wider than the actual content. So we're going to need to do just a little bit of math to get the dimensions set up correctly on the video. So I'll show you how to do that real quick. Within this code, you'll notice that there are two areas where there's a height and width specification. Okay, there's one under the Object tab where it says height and width, and then there's another one under the Embed parameter at the bottom. So there's two, and both of these govern how the video is displayed in the browser. So because I already know, John, that your blog has a max width in that content column of 550, what I want to do is bump this down to 550 in width, and then also again at the bottom change it to 550 in width, and I'm going to save the draft again. I'll just move this over a bit. I'm going to click Save Draft again, and then I'm also going to click Preview Post one more time. Okay, I'll bring that up and recenter this for you. Okay, and you'll notice the video now fits. It actually looks like we could go a little bit wider. Let's add a few pixels to that. Let's change the width to just a bit wider to get that full width effect going all the way across that column. So I'll just come back into the post again, and I'm going to add, let's add 30 pixels to that. We'll do 580 and 580, and then we'll save the draft one more time. We'll preview the post again, bring it into frame. And that's a little better. Actually, it looks like we can go all the way up to 600. So apparently my dimensions are off. It's definitely wider than 550. So let's go back and let's just change this to 600. And let's see what that gives us. If you know these dimensions, this process is pretty simple. Obviously, I did not look at the dimensions before I began this. But it's just a simple fix, and this is a good way to learn so you can see how I would actually go through doing this. I'll preview the post one more time, bring it into frame, and that looks really nice to me. I've got the left edge aligned with my title and the right edge aligned with my retweet button. That's going to be a good width for me. Now you'll notice I have a little bit of space at the top and the bottom. Actually just at the top primarily. What I can do is I can actually adjust the height to get rid of that black band. But depending on how much time you want to spend on it, that may or may not be worth your time, or if you don't mind the black band, you can just leave it at 640. So again, all I did was I went to YouTube, I right-clicked on the video, I said copy embed HTML, then I went into my WordPress post here, made sure I was on the HTML tab, and then I pasted this code right in there, just like so. I saved it, and then I previewed it just to make sure it was showing up, and I set my width on this particular blog. John, your width's going to need to be 600. Okay, and then if I want to, I can come back to the visual side now that the video's been embedded, and I can actually type the remainder of the text that I want to put into the document. And a good idea is to just start on the HTML side, hit enter a couple of times and type a couple words so that when you switch back over to the visual editor, you actually have a place to start. Okay, so then I can start typing my text here. This is a test, and I can go on and on and on, typing whatever I want to type. And again, I just save or update if I'm ready to. And I can preview it, and now my text along with the video should be embedded in the article or the post. And as you can see, my width is good, and I have my text showing up now beneath the article. And that's all there is to it, John. Thanks for the question. Hope this helps, and we'll talk to you soon, buddy.